Let's get right into it. Your future, it isn't decided by some big, dramatic moment. No lottery wins, no heroic acts. It's actually being written right now, in the small things you do every day without even thinking about them.
And that's the quiet truth, isn't it? By the time you notice where you're headed, well, the path has already been paved. The game's already been played. Your future's been written, and you didn't even see it happening. I'm Lumo, and forget everything you've heard about hustle culture or waiting for motivation to strike. We're not talking about that today. Instead, we're going to look at the invisible architecture, the hidden framework that quietly builds real, lasting wealth.
So here's the fundamental mistake most of us make. We're drawn to the excitement, right? The flashy stuff. We think progress has to be loud and visible to be real. And honestly, that's a trap. You know what I'm talking about. The chase for the big stock pick, the quick flip, the kind of progress you can brag about. It's a great story, but it's just that, a story, and it's misleading you.
And this gets to the heart of it, a really core paradox. The behaviors that actually build lasting wealth, they almost never feel exciting. In fact, they feel ordinary, a little boring even.
So that brings us to the engine behind all of this. I call it the compounding of silence. It's this incredible force where the most unremarkable everyday actions end up creating truly remarkable results down the line. Think about it like this. You miss one savings deposit, or you pay one bill a little late. On its own, what is that? Nothing. It feels totally insignificant. But time doesn't see that one action. Time sees the pattern. It registers the repetition, and that is what gets compounded, for good or for bad.
What starts as just a tiny, trivial action on day one, well, by year 5, it's starting to show. You can see a real shift. But by year 20, that little action isn't just a habit anymore. It's become who you are. It's your financial identity. Okay, so if this is so powerful, why isn't everyone doing it? It seems simple enough. The problem isn't the method, it's us. It's a psychological trap. Our brains are literally wired to fight against the very things that are most effective.
And you have to ask yourself, why is it so easy to ignore these little choices? The ones that are silently compounding against us, day after day, writing a future we don't want. Here's the problem. Your brain wants drama. It craves those dopamine spikes from a visible win. But the system of compounding, it's just math. It completely ignores drama. It doesn't care about your feelings or your need for excitement.
And this is what I call the motivation trap. It's this idea we all have that to build wealth, you need these huge spikes of effort, these moments of incredible inspiration. But that's just wrong. Wealth isn't built on motivation. It's built on systems.
All right, so that's the problem. Now let's pivot to the solution. This is the big reveal. We're going to talk about the unseen system.
So I want you to do something. You can stop waiting for motivation. Just let go of it. You can stop trying to feel inspired all the time. And you can absolutely stop believing that building wealth requires some kind of heroic effort.
All you need is a system. That's it. That's the secret.
Look at it this way. Motivation. It gives you a little bump, but it fades fast. Heroic efforts, they're totally unreliable. You can't count on them. But a system delivers a high, consistent impact, day in and day out, whether you feel like it or not.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. This is practical. It's architecture. So let's actually lay out the framework for how you can design your own silent wealth machine.
Okay, here are the core components of your quiet system. And I'll warn you, they're not exciting. First, automate your savings and investments. Make it happen without you. Second, track your expenses. You have to know where the money is going. Third, pay yourself first, always. And finally, find and eliminate those small, recurring leaks, the subscriptions, the daily coffees that bleed you dry over time.
And we come back to that strange paradox. The better your system is, the less you'll even notice it's there. Its real power is in its silence, its invisibility. And the results of building this? It's not just about having more money in the bank. It's about freedom. It's about reducing the mental load, that constant decision fatigue. It's about opening up your options for the future. You get more leverage over your own life. And the best part? You get all of this without ever needing to rely on daily motivation. So the takeaway is simple. It's a clear directive. Stop chasing motivation. It's a ghost. Instead, start building. Build the quiet, boring systems that do the work for you, even when you're not thinking about it.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Forget about the 5-year plan for a second. What is the one small, boring thing you can start doing today? Something repeatable. Do it quietly. You don't even have to tell anyone. Because that is where your future actually begins.